Surveillance video shows a fiery crash at a gas station just north of New York City last week. Look at this. A driver suffered a diabetic problem behind the wheel, then crashed into cars and a gas pump, causing an explosion and fire. An off-duty police officer rescued the driver.
Yeah, risked his own life to do so.
Thankfully, no lives were lost in this incident in Minnesota. Traffic camera video shows a semi-truck on Interstate 35 slamming into an abandoned pickup truck. The smashed truck then catches fire as it careens toward the side of the highway near Forest Lake. The pickup had apparently hit a deer, stopped in the middle of the freeway for several minutes, and was empty by the time the semi slammed into the truck. Police say nobody was injured. In Washington State, there was this.
Surveillance video captured the moment an Uber driver crashes into an SUV into a gas pump, causing a fiery explosion right there. Witnesses say the SUV went airborne over a curve, through a parking lot, barreled into a Shell gas station in Seattle, Washington. That crash involved a 60-year-old Uber driver who was carrying a 40-year-old passenger. No word on the cause of that crash.
The driver is now in serious condition, so we'll wait to see. But when you look at that video, good thing they both survived.
The haunting images you've just witnessed are not from a Hollywood action movie. They are indeed real. Gasoline-fueled fires and explosions happen far more often than most of us realize or see in news reports. And while it may be impossible to stop drivers from making mistakes or triggering collisions, there is a crucial shift our society is starting to embrace that can mitigate damage, save lives, and protect our planet. We're talking about the adoption of electric-powered vehicles. One of the most significant safety advantages of electric vehicles, or EVs, is the reduced risk of fires. Traditional cars with combustion engines rely on highly flammable gasoline. Vehicle collisions and accidents can lead to fuel leaks, resulting in fires. By contrast, electric vehicles have a lower risk of fire incidents and crashes and collisions because the EVs do not carry flammable fuels. Also, the advanced battery technology in EVs is designed to withstand strong impacts and crashes, minimizing the chances of combustion. Electric vehicles also come equipped with advanced safety features. This includes reinforced battery enclosures, automatic emergency braking, collision avoidance systems, and enhanced structural integrity. That structure in EVs is also different from gasoline-powered vehicles in that the EVs have a lower center of gravity. This is due to the placement of heavy battery packs in the vehicle floor. This design enhances stability, reduces the risk of rollovers, and means improved handling on the roads. Now, most of you are already aware that electric vehicles are quiet, so they reduce noise pollution. The flip side, I suppose, at least for some of us, is that we may not hear an EV approaching when we cross a street or parking lot. However, most EVs have guidance systems that will detect and avoid us or anything else that may be in the vehicle's path. Finally, electric vehicles have zero tailpipe emissions. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, a typical gas-powered vehicle emits about 4.6 tons of CO2 per year. And while that's hard for most of us to quantify or appreciate, think of it this way. CO2 emissions from the transportation sector in the United States account for 38% of all the climate-changing emissions coming from the United States. And the transportation sector accounts for more than any other sector, including industrial emissions and emissions caused by electricity-generating power plants. So a change in the pollution from the vehicles we drive can have a significant impact. Now, EVs are generally, or at least they have been, more expensive than similar-sized gas-powered vehicles, but that difference is getting smaller by the year. And issues involving charging stations and related infrastructure are being successfully tackled by the automotive industry without much government help. However, some parts of the U.S. government, including Congress, keep standing in the way. Recently, the Republican-led House introduced a bill attacking electric vehicles, ignoring gridlock over spending bills that could bring the government closer to a shutdown.
Instead, House Republicans choose to spend the time of this body debating a bill attacking electric vehicles. Electric vehicles, gas stoves, the long-eared bat, and the lesser prairie chicken. Those are the priorities of the House Republican caucus. 16 days away from a government shutdown. And this is how House Republicans choose to spend our time. The priorities that House Republicans are pursuing are grossly out of step with the priorities of the American people.
But the Republicans do reflect the priorities of the oil and gas industry. That energy sector has given heavily to the GOP and is lobbying to slow down the transition to electric vehicles. And the most prominent voice for the oil and gas industry in attacking electric vehicles is the presumptive Republican presidential nominee, Donald Trump.
This ridiculous Green New Deal crusade is causing car prices to skyrocket while setting the stage for the destruction of American auto production. These extreme left-wing policies are a disaster for families and consumers and are one of the main reasons the average cost of a new car is now over $50,000. Absolutely outrageous, and there's never been such a price before. These exorbitant prices are despite the fact that Biden is spending billions and billions of taxpayer dollars subsidizing electric cars for rich people, while normal Americans can't afford to use one, nor do they even want to. Biden is killing American consumers, and he's also killing U.S. manufacturing. In an all-out attack on American-made pickup trucks, SUVs, and other automobiles, Biden doubled CAFE standards, a move that is projected to cost automakers $200 billion. By one estimate, Biden's electric vehicle mandate will slaughter 117,000 U.S. auto manufacturing jobs, with workers in Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio among the hardest hit. And I hope United Auto Workers is listening to this, because I think you better endorse Trump, because I'm going to grow your business, and they are destroying your business.
Like anything Donald Trump says, there's a lot to unpack here. First of all, for all of the traditional automotive manufacturing jobs that are going away, there are tens of thousands of new jobs in the EV industry that are being created. Also, automation and technology are already causing a huge labor transformation. There was an Oxford study a few years ago that found that half of all the existing jobs in the United States today are going to disappear in the next 20 years because of automation. And we don't even have names for the new higher tech jobs that are coming. And a lot of jobs in the high-tech transportation industry are coming. The question is, can we find ways to retrain American workers and help communities with the economic transition? Also, are we willing to acknowledge that electric vehicles are safer than vehicles powered by gasoline? Most of us at some point in our life will be in a car accident. And the fact is, gasoline can be dangerous and cause a deadly fire. Nobody is denying that collisions themselves can be dangerous. But remember, electric vehicles have their advantages, and preventing vehicle explosions and fires will be progress. By the way, the presumptive Democratic presidential nominee, President Joe Biden, is giving Donald Trump a new nickname, and Democratic crowds love it.
But the legal path just took Trump back to the truth, that I'd won the election and he was a loser.
In America, we all count. In America, we witness to serve all those who, in fact, participate. And losers are taught to concede when they lose. And he's a loser.
Check out that video at the link below. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.